Hello and welcome back to In Defense of a Movie Podcast. My name's Dan. With me as always is Aaron, and it's time for some jury duty.
Dead guy duty.
At the time of recording this, it is Friday, October 11th.
And Halloween is steadily approaching.
It's true. We are in full swing spooky season.
Mm-hmm.
I hope you enjoyed Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. That was a really fun episode for us. And this episode is going to drop a week out from our Halloween episode. And we're going to try to release I know our last jury duty there's a bit of a gap there between the release. But now that our release schedule is kind of ironed out and we're in the swing of things, our jury duties will drop a lot sooner after they've actually been recorded. So I know, especially when talking about streaming stuff, as soon as one episode comes out, the discussion, it changes the dynamic, and it's hard to stay current sometimes with this stuff. So
yeah,
I'm excited. We got a lot of fun stuff to talk about, and I think we should lead off, Aaron, by announcing our Halloween episode. What do you think?
Yeah, let's get to it, Dan. Let's tell everyone what we're doing. Please cue the music.
Drum roll sound effect right here. We will be defending
Jeepers Creepers.
All right, from 2001, starring Justin Long. Aaron, this is going to be our Halloween episode, our
Did
2024.
You say Justin's Schlong?
I did say Justin Long. This movie, or at least the first half of this movie, is really awesome, despite the controversy surrounding it that we found out about. And I'm really excited to drop this episode. It should be the following week after this jury duty drops.
Yeah, you guys are gonna enjoy it.
So, Aaron.
Yes.
Have you seen anything worth talking about lately?
Yeah, Dan. Actually, I wanted to bring up a movie that I actually just watched last night, and it's called Arcadian.
There are those who believe they came after the pollution people caused. And they're here to cleanse the planet of the human race. So we'll all become extinct. We have to stay vigilant. Do you understand?
Yeah.
All right.
Stars Nicolas Cage, the only big name actor in this movie, but let me start by explaining what type of movie this is. So it would fall into the category of, I believe, A Quiet Place or Bird Box. So it's kind of one of those thriller movies where an alien creature comes to Earth and it's like post-apocalyptic and they're just like surviving. So Nicolas Cage has these two sons and he's basically just has taught them how to survive in this like crazy world. And yeah, the movie just goes through their whole entire experience and it was really good. The creature design was amazing. I was actually a little bit scared and I don't know how to explain it. Like the way that the monster attacked, it was so jarring, and there was just so many scenes from just cool cinematography and like, that were just so jarring and like made you feel uneasy. And so it was really good. Characters were all awesome. They all had like super good character development. One of the brothers in the entire movie, I was just like, I hate this guy. He's a piece of shit. And then like eventually redeems himself and you're like, okay, all right. He's not so bad. But like it just makes you go through all these like emotions and everything. And you feel like you're going through it with the actors as well. So if you're a fan of, like Quiet Place, Bird Box, anything kind of action, horror, thriller, aliens, anything like that, you're gonna love this movie.
Yeah.
It's probably one of the best movies I saw this year.
Wow, that's high praise. That's awesome.
Yeah, I really liked it. It was awesome. And like just watching it the entire time, you're just like, whoa, what is this? Whoa. And like consistently shocked throughout the movie. So
what level, what flavor of Cage are we getting in this one?
Okay, so let me just say this to you, Dan. So Nicolas Cage is unconscious for a large part of the movie, so he's just acting unconscious. And legend has it, he's still acting unconscious to this day.
Sounds like a pretty easy paycheck for him.
But I'll explain it away. Nicolas Cage is awesome in this movie. Believable. He's like the I wouldn't say overly protective dad, but like the very cautious, protective dad. And yeah, he kills it. Yeah, cannot say enough good things about this movie. I definitely recommend it.
Well, that's exciting. I'm glad you brought it up because I've been working on this short film called A Quiet Box that takes elements from both A Quiet Place and Bird Box and kind of mashes them together. All I have so far is the title, but yeah, I'm pretty excited about it.
Oh, I thought this was like a way to discipline someone to be like, get in the quiet box.
Get in the quiet box. Well, the idea is you have to go in the quiet box to hide from the monster.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you got to carry the box around with you to stay hidden, kind of like Solid Snake in the cardboard box.
Okay. Now I get you.
Well, that's awesome. I'm excited about that. I'm going to check that out. That sounds like a really cool movie.
So, Dan, what have you been watching lately?
Well, I wanted to give a quick update on Only Murders in the Building. It's actually only like 2 episodes left now at the time of recording this. And it's been a really great season so far, really compelling and really twisty. I can't really say anything about it without giving anything away. But this season's really tying all the other seasons together, which is really, really cool. The show's already been renewed for another season, which is exciting. And I'm excited to see where they go next.
So that's 4 seasons now, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So the next season would be the 5th one at this point.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's trucking right along. I wanted to give a quick update because the last time I talked about this in the last Jury Duty, I was under the impression that this one was going to be taking place in Los Angeles because so much of the first episode was, and the marketing kind of made it look that way. But, being nearly done this season, that's not true at all. Actually, most of it does take place at the Arcadian, where the murders happen where they live, and it's so I was wrong about that. It's not really the Los Angeles filler season. It's actually way more interesting than that. So
intriguing.
Yeah, if you haven't checked it out, I definitely encourage you to check it out. It's really, really bingeable.
Does Benny Blanco make an appearance in this?
Benny Blanco?
No?
No, I don't believe so.
Selena aren't they dating?
I haven't seen him in it, but yeah, maybe I don't even recognize him. And another...
Looks like a super regular dude.
Yeah, bless him.
Bless him. Bless us regular dudes.
Another show I've been watching, it's only 3 episodes in at the time of recording, is The Penguin.
The world ain't set up for the honest man to succeed. That should be the American dream right there. Beautiful story with a happy ending. But that ain't the way the world works. America's a hustle. Not that I'm complaining.
Penguin, you waltzing in here like you mean something. We're in the middle of a gang war.
Carmine Falcone's dead.
If we don't protect what's ours, we just look weak. The streets are talking again. They know there's only one man big enough to run this city.
Do you remember Carmine's daughter?
Oh, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Oh, Pengu. I love that show. Noot, noot.
I had to cave and subscribe to Crave in order to watch this show. And it's literally the only thing on this whole streaming network I think I care to watch. But yeah, 3 episodes in, this show is fantastic. I didn't know what to expect from it because it's a spin-off. Colin Farrell is incredible in it. Kristen Milioti plays Sofia Falcone. And Renzi Feliz plays Victor Aguilar. Mm-hmm. Basically, the story is there's this huge power vacuum left behind from Carmine Falcone getting murdered at the end of the Batman movie. So
yeah, is this his kind of rise to power?
Yes, very much so.
Okay.
But do you remember that Gotham show on CW or whatever? This is
do I?
This is what that show should have been.
Okay.
This show is a hard R-rated show.
Oh man.
It feels like The Sopranos in a lot of ways. It's very violent. It's really double crossing and all this incredible stuff. And somehow, I don't know how they pulled this off, but you really cheer for the Penguin. Like, you really want him to succeed.
Okay. I love when they make you cheer for the villain.
You remember what it was like watching Breaking Bad for the first time, where you kind of want Walter White to succeed in a weird way, even though everything he's doing is deplorable?
You want to break bad after.
Yeah, that's kind of how this feels, where like, even though he's doing these terrible things and he's double-crossing and lying through his teeth to everybody, he's so likable and kind of pathetic in a way that you want him to succeed. You want him to take down all these people. And the character Victor is awesome, and I can't say enough good about it. It's only 3 episodes in, but it is well worth watching, and if for whatever reason
that's a show I'll have to check out.
Oh, it's incredible. I can't believe it exists, to be honest, because it's just so...
Oh, really?
It's just so much better than maybe the character the Penguin deserves. It's really awesome.
Yeah, I guess I had a little bit of a bad taste in my mouth after that Gotham show, so I was kind of just like, even though this Penguin was obviously from the Batman movie, so... You know, with that being said, I'm sure it's going to be a lot better than a CW Gotham show, but, you know, that show made me rage so hard. Yeah.
It was terrible.
I'm going to check it out now. Yeah.
I tried my best to stay with Gotham, and it's just...
It got a little kooky towards the end there.
It did. It really did, and it wasn't serious enough, and the content rating stopped them from being able to swear or do anything truly gritty, even though the show was trying to be gritty at most points, and it's like... So yeah, the Matt Reeves, like the Batman universe with Robert Pattinson and Colin Farrell.
It's nothing close to the Gotham series.
No. It's like watching The Sopranos or something. It's incredibly serious and awesome.
Yeah.
I love it. And you should drop what you're doing right now and try to find a way to watch it. It's fantastic.
I'm going to do that.
Yeah.
I'm going to drop my pants and watch it.
Drop your linen and start your grinning.
Well, Dad, was there anything else that you wanted to talk to, or should we get into the meat and potatoes?
The main event. You know what? I think that's it for me for this one, but I'm so excited to talk about our next film.
Yeah, me too.
You paid me a visit down here in Vancouver, so naturally we had to go see something.
Definitely.
And wouldn't you believe it, there was something worth seeing in the theater.
Yeah.
What was that movie?
Megalopolis.
From visionary writer and director Francis Ford Coppola comes an event nothing can prepare you for.
Imagine today's society as a branch of civilization about to reach a dead end. Is this way we're living the only one that's available to us?
Francis Ford Coppola's Megalopolis.
It was so good.
Wasn't it, though? We went and saw it in the little like VIP theater, and there was actually more people in there than I thought there'd be, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of laughter, most of it unintentionally so. And I don't think anyone walked out. I think it was it was for everyone stayed till the end, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. I don't know. I think we both the best part for me was when we both came out of the theater and we both went, I don't know what we just watched. like we sat there the entire time. We even like chatted a tiny bit to each other in just like certain scenes. And then we came out of it and we were like, I think I know what he's trying to do, but I don't know for sure. So it's been really interesting because I've checked out a few reviews of what people's thoughts are on this movie, and there's just like I think everybody kind of has the general like same idea about this movie where they're like, it's not bad, but it's not good, and I don't actually really know where to place it. So I don't know what's your opinion on it, Dan?
It's funny. We watched this thing a couple weeks ago now, and I still don't know.
Yeah.
It was like 2 hours of absurdity. And the entire time I was trying to make sense of it and find meaning in it, even though I don't even know if there was sense or meaning in it for the most part. Like, there was a plot, there was stuff happening on screen, but it it was like the ultimate fever dream movie.
Yes.
There's been a lot of controversy leading up to this movie about Francis Ford Coppola's behavior on set, about the production of this film, about how nobody knew what was going on. Apparently, he was just high out of his mind the whole time, and the rest of the crew was kind of trying to assemble the movie around him. And at the same time, you're watching this and you're seeing these consummate professional actors just give it their all. And everyone's invested in trying to make this work. And you're sitting there in the audience being like, what in the fuck is this? Like, I've never been more conflicted on a movie.
But you know what I'll say? If I'm financing my own movie, whatever, I'm paying for it. So, and that's the other thing, right? Like, he didn't have, advertisement and all that, like, he had to pay everything. Financed everything, has sold his vineyard for this. So
so obviously Francis Ford Coppola wrote and directed this. It's been his passion project for like 20 years or something ridiculous like that. It stars Adam Driver. Adam Driver plays this architect who's discovered this substance and he wants to build this utopian city out of it called Megalopolis. But he's butting heads with the mayor and things kind of go off the rails because the architect, Adam Driver's character, he's kind of an addict. He's kind of an asshole to everybody, but he's kind of a mad genius, at least in the movie. And he also inexplicably has the ability to stop time.
Oh, yeah.
So that's kind of cool. And
but, doesn't do anything with it. It's just something he can do.
Yeah. They allude to it in one of the trailers, but he kind of stops time during, sort of a quasi-suicide attempt where he's, on the roof of a building. So, and Aubrey Plaza plays Aubrey Plaza, a character named Wow Plaza. I just brought up the cast here because I couldn't remember any of these names. Adam Driver is Caesar Catalina.
Miss Sunday as the love interest. Sorry, that's her in Game of Thrones.
Yeah, Natalie Emmanuel is Julia Cicero. So she sees him stop time. And apparently nobody else can see him stop time or at least exist in the same space. So he ends up taking her on as sort of an understudy or a protege because because she could see him stop time. He kind of sees something special in her. I don't know. Even just talking about this movie and trying to talk about the plot, I'm like, what am I even saying right now? What is it? What are these words?
This is my theory, Dan, and that's... In a couple of years, we're going to look back on this movie and all of a sudden it's just going to make sense. At least that's what I'm hoping for. But I think, let me take a stab at trying to explain what he was, my best attempt to explain what he is trying to do. So I think that Francis Ford Coppola thinks he's I don't know, the second coming of Christ, but maybe in the cinematic world. And basically because the cinematic world is so upside down right now, movies aren't doing very well because of the whole streaming content, the rules and everything of how actors got paid, all of that stuff is just a giant mess. Throw in AI now where they're talking about just using AI and then someone's face or whatever. So basically Francis Ford Coppola is here to save us. He's here to right the ship and get us where we need to be. And that's why I say right now, this movie doesn't make sense to us. But, when things start moving and in a few years, we're going to be he is a genius. You heard it here. You heard it first here, guys.
That is bold, Aaron. That is very bold.
That's my prediction. But
he's such a genius. He came up with moving walkways for this movie. Just genius.
It was. It's definitely insane. I would definitely still recommend this movie just because it's I don't know. You know what? This movie is art in the truest form, I guess, in the fact that nobody understands it except for the person that made it.
I know. I wanted to say, like, something, the fall of society, the fall of America, New Rome, whatever. I don't know. But at the end of the day, it's like, I don't even know if it's worth that sort of analysis at this point, because I kind of just want to, like, let it sit in my mind for a bit longer. It's such a bizarre film. I really admire the dedication and commitment from everybody, all the cast, all the crew, to bring this thing to life. I think probably the most positive thing I can say about it is unlike any movie I've ever seen in my entire life. And
yes, definitely.
In a world of remakes and reboots and superhero films, to have this bizarre, like, art house fringe style film with the A-list punching power it has come to theaters, and to be able to sit there in a Cineplex and watch something like this, I don't think we'll ever experience this again in our lifetimes. I'm going to be honest with you.
No. It is, it's definitely one of a kind.
Oh, totally. And for that reason, I'm glad I saw it, because it's just a new experience. I went into it thinking that it was going to be like Metropolis from 1927, along those lines. But it obviously was influenced by it, but it didn't have the same clarity of message, and it was much more open to interpretation than that.
Oh, yeah, very much so.
I wish I could have been a fly on the wall for some of the filming days, just to hear.
It definitely did sound insane, like the whole filming process. So,
yeah.
Would have been interesting for sure.
Yeah, and it sounds like Francis Ford Coppola was a creep on set. There's been a lot of allegations towards him.
Oh, geez, no. No, all right. Well, I don't want to defend him anymore.
Well, I don't know. I don't think we're necessarily defending it. I think we're just trying to make sense of it.
No, but I was saying, like, he can do whatever he wants. So that I take that back now.
Okay.
He can't do what he wants. He can make a film the way he wants, but he can't do what he wants.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this, oddly enough, has a weird connection to Jeepers Creepers coming up, which is makes it even more strange and twisty.
What is this weird web we found ourselves in, Dan?
I don't know. Every movie seems creepily connected to the next.
I just think everyone in Hollywood must be a pervert. That's what it is.
You know what? At some point in time, this podcast is going to end with us in a padded room, like drawing symbols on walls, being like, it's all connected. Don't you see?
Yeah, definitely.
Once all the names come out from the Diddy parties and Epstein Island, all this stuff, we're going to be like...
We're going to be that Charlie Day meme where he's like in the mailroom explaining things.
Yeah.
Damn.
Well, Megalopolis, it's a movie about life, culture, art, and...
A little bit of everything.
A little bit of everything. And I, honest to God, would recommend going to see this because as bizarre as it is, I'm telling you, you're not going to see another thing like this. Maybe rightfully so, but you're never going to see another movie like this. And I think that's worth the price of admission.
Yeah. New experiences come at a premium, and for this experience, you only got to pay for admission. So,
yeah, just watching Shia LaBeouf's performance in this movie,
he was amazing in this movie.
Yeah, he was dialed up to 11, like off the wall. Yeah, incredible stuff. Well, Aaron, is there anything else?
I don't think so. How about you?
I don't think so. I don't have anything else in my notes here. Is there anything you're excited to see coming out soon, or?
Oh, I am getting pretty pumped here for the second Gladiator. That's probably the next movie I'm looking forward to the most.
Yeah, I am very tempted to go see Terrifier 3.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I don't want to see it alone because I feel like that's a weird look. So
yeah, that's fair.
I'm very tempted to go see it because I did watch the other two out of morbid curiosity, and man, those are spicy films.
And now it's time to put the candy back into its wrapper.
All right. We'll see you next week for our Halloween episode, Jeepers Creepers. And until then, this has been In Defense of a Movie Podcast.
Bye.